There is a hadith narrated by Imam Muslim which states, indeed the just ones will be on the pulpits of light before Allah. And then Quran states on the similar subjects, but if you decide to judge between them with justice. Indeed, Allah loves the just. This is an important trait one should act upon and watch while taking decisions. This is a very important matter. Usually we forget sometimes the hate for others, sometimes our anger, sometimes our disappointment with others forces us towards our unjust behaviors. So it is very important that our angers, our dislikingness or anything shouldn't affecting our decisions, our fair behaviors, our just behaviors. So a biased person cannot be a leader. Leaders are just. That's why they are leaders. So they would look towards every single person without any bias. Even they are not happy with someone's action, but still whenever anything comes to them and they need to take a decision, they will do a just decision without bringing such anger which they had with that person in notice and consideration. Another important aspect which has been described by Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, a trait of a leader, that is the leader of the people. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, the leader of the people is their servant. That is the true leadership. So ruling upon someone is not a leadership. The true leadership is serving people. The service to humanity is the true leadership. But unfortunately, our today's definition of leadership is changed. Today, to us, the leadership is ruling, commanding, dictating, enforcing. Whereas the true leadership is guiding. The true leadership is like a light, guiding people towards their destination and not ruling them with their personal opinions. This is the leadership which is according to Islam. And then there is another tradition by Quran. It says, and be good to others, and Allah has been good to you, as Allah has been good to you. That is again an invitation towards that service and servanthood. So Quran basically portrays the characteristics of a true leader in another verse which states, and the servants of the most compassionate Lord are those ones who walk humbly upon the earth. That is again the servanthood of the leadership, that they walk on among their people in such an humble manner that you won't find them rude with them. You won't find them arrogant. They will be humble. They will be peaceful all the time. They will be smiling. They will be accommodating. They will be easy to deal with. You will not find them a difficult person to deal with. So this is the true leadership. And then another verse of Quran in which Allah Almighty states, Allah commands you to deliver trust to their rightful owners. And if you judge between people, judge with justice. So again, the first character and trait we have discussed, fairness and justice. So this has been discussed again in this verse of Quran as well. And then when we look at the life of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, so we find this trait everywhere in every aspect of life of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Dear audience, leadership is not about how many serve you. It is very important. Please listen to it carefully. Leadership is not about how many serve you, about how many you serve. This is leadership. How many people have benefited from your service? How many people, the people or a segment of a society you have benefited or you have done service to. So this is the leadership. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, if you look at his life, he slept on a simple mat, mended his own shoes, and stood in solidarity with the marginalized communities of his time. His legacy was not in conquests, but in the hearts he uplifted. Let us ask ourselves, do we lead to be followed or do we lead to serve? This is an important question for every single Muslim who believes in that he or she has been given a role of a leadership in any kind and form. So this question should be asked from our own selves, that do we lead to be followed or do we lead to serve? So a Muslim leader would certainly lead to serve and not to be followed. Another important trait of a Muslim leader described by Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is humility. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam states, whoever humbles himself for the sake of Allah, Allah will elevate him. Subhanallah. So the true greatness is not found in standing above others, but in supporting others. That gives you elevation, and not standing above the shoulders of people. The wise do not hoard their light, they share it, knowing that by igniting others' flames, their own brilliance does not diminish, but multiplies, as Quran states, and help one another in righteous and God vigilance.